Can I get away with this? I'm testing the boundaries a little bit. I know that if you play music past a certain point, you're definitely going to get busted by YouTube for copyright. But hello, it's Monday. What the hell day is it? It's the 11th of July. Hello, Stephanie. Hello, family. Hello, friends. Hello, everyone. Hope you're all doing okay. Hope you had a good weekend. Hope that this week is less traumatic than the one before. That's being hopeful. That was a little bit of Staggering Girl by Sakamoto. I had mentioned it in the last video. I just love Sakamoto's work. Just love it. Just love what he does. And find that, I don't know, it just helps shape my thoughts and my feelings in good ways, mostly when I listen to him. I'd just been playing this Heartbeat. Love this album by Sakamoto. It's not totally consistent. There's tracks on here like Nuages that I skip. When it first came out, I was intrigued by what Sakamoto was presenting, because he, like Peter Gabriel and others who mix ethnic sounds and traditions from around the world, that's what that track was about. But I tend to skip it now. Sayonara is one of my favorites on here, and Triste. I love the man Sakamoto. Disclaimer, I thought I'd just do this. The music that I present truly is my personal taste. And you may find, some of you watchers may find yourselves aligned with parts of my taste, but not all of it. And I just want to say that, this is what I like. I'm not trying to present something. I'm just showing you what I like. Okay, you might not like something I show, and that's life, right? For me, music taste, art taste, what we surround ourselves with, says a lot about the person. It does. How each one of us would interpret that information is going to be very unique and individual. But I, for one, pay a lot of attention to what people surround themselves with regarding art and music, or the lack of music. To me, that's a real warning sign. That's a real red flag. When I meet people who are not at all connected to the arts in any way, to me, that's a red flag. So I'll show you what's in the stack here. Cabaret Voltaire. So sorry that Richard Kirk passed away recently. Right after this run of records comes out. This is Shadow of Fear. And then 2 more albums came out right after this. And they're all good. It is the Cabaret Voltaire thing. And they were right at the very forefront of cut up and sampling. And this is really good. Real good. Stephen Malander, who was in Cabaret Voltaire, has a new album that I want to pick up on, because the last one he put out I really liked. Rainer Bruninghaus, keyboardist. I first heard him with Eberhard Weber, and then discovered he goes even further back to a progressive rock band called Eilif. I finally got one of their albums. But this is his first solo album, Freigeweht, however you say that. Wonderful. This is just what I like. Very interesting colors with the keyboards. Kenny Wheeler plays beautifully on this album too, on trumpet. But the chord changes are very some of them are just really beautiful, and I like it when I'm not sure where the chord is taking us next. I love music that doesn't just play predictable changes. Like the blues, a lot of pop music, even today, the shape of the song is very predictable to me. I even think to myself sometimes, well, I ought to just write one of those just because I can, But it doesn't interest me, there's a lot of changes where it's like I hear it and it's like, well, I've heard that. That's from this. So-and-so did that melody in that song. So I'm interested in the things that stand out to my ears. And with that in mind, I put on some Kate Bush. Never Forever. I believe this is her second solo album. Very good. Female, yeah, put it like that because you'll know what I mean. A female Peter Gabriel. And in some ways, and I'm a huge Peter Gabriel fan, for you folks that know me. But in some ways, as I listen to her record, she tops Peter Gabriel. In some ways, she raised the bar for cinematic, theatrical, imaginative settings for her songs where they become almost like miniature movies, plays, documentaries. This is very good. Never Forever. Hadn't played this for a while. I have to be in the mood for it. But it was captivating yesterday. Burial. Untrue. Again, beat-oriented, sample-oriented. The grayness of the graphic and the look on that person's face, perfect for the feel overall of this music. That was good. Played some of this. I only have it on a picture disc. I don't like playing picture disc, but I don't have it a regular. Stripped by the Chameleons. And in full disclosure, I'm listening to this to kind of brush up on knowing the songs of the Chameleons because Mark Burgess is currently on a solo acoustic tour and he's coming back to Omaha. Excuse me. At the end of this month. I'm excited. I played with him when he played here years ago. We've already talked, and I said, really looking forward to seeing you play again. I'll be ready in case you want me to play with you. And there was no direct response to that, but he said he's looking forward to seeing me. And I think I said this before, or maybe I said it to a friend. I'm not interested in burdening Mark Burgess with, hey, why don't you let's have me play with you in Omaha, and be bothered with that. I'll let him do his thing, and if at the last minute he says, hey, you want to be ready to play some tunes, I'll be ready. I love the Chameleons, but that could be a hassle for him trying to because he's just doing a solo tour. Keep it simple. The drummer, Zach, I forget his last name, who is also known for Death Grips. This was his band before that, Hella. The Devil Isn't Red, I believe is the name of the album. It's got that fast, crazy drumming of his, along with a guitarist who matches the frenetic energy. It's good. Don't know what they're singing about. Don't care. Label mates on FPE, Turning Jewels into Water. Hadn't played this for a while. This is a single of theirs, Which Way Is Home. I'll be very frank with you. Turning Jewels into Water was the band that made me decide to reach out to FPE to put out my album. Nicole Mitchell, Roscoe Mitchell's daughter, as it turns out, who I just saw from the Art Ensemble of Chicago, her albums are the first things I heard on FPE. And they're great pieces of music, but this is the one where I thought I could maybe fit on the label. This is wonderful, subtly hypnotic rhythms mixed with some very cool sampling and DJ work on the samples. Real good stuff. Played some library music. Arabia by the Eastern Sound. And this goes back to the 60s, and in some ways you could say that some could argue, well, this sounds like a cultural appropriation. Well, I don't know who's playing. It could be people from the Middle East, could be Europeans, but this is really cool. You know, it's just these little pieces, like, you know, that you would use like in a movie or something. Very imaginative. I really like library music. And really got into this the other day. And Psychopunk, if you happen to see this, thank you so much for sending this to me, because I still, to this day, have not seen another copy of this album in the wild. Don Blackman. Don Blackman. This is exceptional. This is funk in the P-Funk tradition, but I think it's one where they take it another level. It's very jazzy. Now, by that, what I mean is, you listen to some of these tracks, and you hear all the usual, the slightly humorous approach to the vocals, the lyrics. It's good time music. It's funky as a mother, but then you listen to the chordal shapes and the drums and the rhythm section, very active. Rather than just keeping it on the one, the drummer on this gets loose, and there are explosions of really wonderful playing on this. I highly recommend this album. Do you even know this album, some of y'all? Some of the people, especially some of the people that give me a hard time about what I listen to, as though I'm supposed to listen to certain music. Isn't that just a bunch of bullshit, that idea that I'm supposed to do certain things? Who says? Who says? That makes no sense to me. Almost done. Well, I am done, but I'll just show this because some CDs sitting out. Don't know a thing about this, but years ago I got this Morgan Flying High, I think for $1 at a CD sale. And I'm not sure why I bought it. I think I liked the cover and the fact that it was an enhanced CD, so this is old. This is a really good summer song. I don't know if it was a regional hit anywhere, but to me, if I were a DJ, I could have made this a hit. This is a very catchy, and then also the way it's recorded, it really catches this feeling of summer and getting ready to go on a trip and just leaving your troubles behind. This is very good. Morgan. It's just one of those little things where it's like, I really don't know much about the artist, never heard again about them, but that's a damn good song. And that's what it's about for me. So, what am I up to today, and what am I up to this week? Well, I'm happy to say that, and I think that the article in the magazine has helped. You know, out of sight, out of mind, and people love winners. And so when you have a profile in public, people, and you're in people's purview, then things happen. So I'm thinking that might have helped with getting me on Lincoln Calling. Lincoln Calling is a music festival that happens every year here. I don't know for how many years, in Lincoln, Nebraska. And I played it at least 3 different times. Last year, though, I got dropped. I was supposed to play, and then I think it was related to COVID, and they dropped a bunch of local people. I wasn't happy about it at all, you know. I understood, but still, I didn't like it. So when they contacted me just a few days ago to add me, because they'd already announced the lineup for Lincoln Calling, I'm not on the poster, damn it. But I accepted, you know, and the fee that they're paying me is decent. Also had to sign a contract this time. So I'm contracted, so if they drop me, they still got to pay me. Not that that's the most important. It isn't, you know. I want to play. So what I'm about to say is what I'm going to be doing today and most of this week is putting together my show. Yeah, deciding what to play, what order. When I play this music, because it's instrumental, I do talk over it and vibe up like a DJ. So kind of getting some ideas for particular songs. What will be the focus verbally. So that's what I'm up to today, and planning on working on getting it together most of the week. How is your day, evening looking? How have you been? Take care.